Twitter street can be very rough. And if you are weak, stay out of tweet. Just delete your account.
My fellow fighters and the people of the world, apparently there is more to these cooked up numbers from Floyd Shivambu's political party survey. Remember the survey I released in the morning exposing the inconsistencies as to why do all of these numbers end with a 0? Apparently there is more because there is inconsistency in the mathematical calculations between the provincial numbers. When you calculate the provincial numbers and add them together, they are going to give you 10,000 responses. But when you calculate the numbers of the people who participated according to the age group, they don't give you the right numbers. Okay, I have a calculator next to me. We're going to do this. So let me do this. Let me put the numbers and the calculations here. There's the numbers for the provinces, and there's the calculations on the other side of these numbers. You can see the calculator is giving you exactly 10,000 numbers. 10,000, right? So the numbers of the provinces, they correspond with the total overall of responses, since the overall responses is 10,000, like you guys can see there on the screen. So the provinces are proper, right? Are proper. The person who was cooking these numbers verified. Okay, guys. So let's look at the calculations of the other one. The one that has to do with the age groups. Let's look at the age groups and calculate all those numbers of the people who participated from different age groups. If we add up all of those numbers, are they going to give us 10,000 responses? There's the calculations and there's the numbers. You guys can see. You can even take up your own Casio calculator and calculate for yourself. You can do that. You see, these numbers, they do not give you 10,000 responses. They give you 9,900 responses. Where is the other responses? Where is the other 100 responses based on the age groups? It's not there. So, okay, if that's the case, compare these two. The provinces, you can see it's giving you 10,000. And then the age groups is giving you 9,900. Hey, yeah, ne? So guys, before we even go further, I'm also gonna take you on a journey and expose to you certain inconsistencies, that come from the people who are on Floyd Shivambu's cabal. So you can understand the people who are busy campaigning for Floyd, what type of people they are. Because these are some of the people who even called me bitter. One of the most people I respected in this space. But for the sake of doing justice to the people of South Africa, because there's people who are angry. There's people out here who will say things like this. Like this person here is retweeting and is trying to validate why Floyd Shivambu deleted those numbers. This person is saying here, like you can see, Floyd was smart to delete that tweet. 47% of the vote came from EFF members. You can never win against a cult in Twitter polls. Okay, guys. So if you guys are out here trying to validate why Floyd deleted those polls so bad, within 44 minutes, they were gone. And you're saying it's EFF people who are voting to not do nothing. So if it's EFF people who are voting do nothing, where is the problem there? Is EFF people not part of the people in South African politics? Is EFF people not part of the citizens of South Africa? Akere Floyd Shivambu, according to him, and I'll put this up there. This is what Floyd Shivambu said. He said this: we are going to the people of South Africa to ask if it's really a meaningful thing to open a new political party. Like you guys can see, it's him who said that, it's not me. So, if the people of South Africa in Twitter all voted, including ANC, including EFF, including MK Party, including the DA, they voted for the way the results came, Why are you having tantrums? Why are you being in denial? Because everyone, Pella, you guys are thinking Floyd Shivambu will be voted by people who are not coming from different political parties. Everyone already has a position. Everyone already comes from a political party. This notion that Floyd is going to come and scoop people who are not voting, that's a lie. That's a fallacy. Everyone else already picked a position. MK party people, they already chose MK party. EFF people already chose EFF. DA, ANC, Patriotic Alliance, Action SA, everyone has already picked a position. So Floyd Shivambu, to be competitive, he must scoop members from all those political parties to draw them to himself. So if you guys are still complaining about the fact that EFF members rejected him, imagine what MK party members will do to him. They will also reject him. Imagine what ANC members will do, because those people already picked a position. So they don't want him to start a new party. They want him to do nothing. Okay, it's fine. There's some people who are saying, Mara Floyd Shivambu, as you can see, your poll, there's 32% of people who are saying open a new political party. And you guys are saying he stands a better chance of opening a new political party because the poll is 32%. Guys, this is not a poll of people voting for Floyd Shivambu. This is a poll of Floyd Shivambu asking the people of South Africa, should he open a party? And you are celebrating that 32% of people say he should. Imagine when he opens a political party. If there's 32% of people, you guys are, it's fine. Let's move from there. Like I promised you, I will also expose the people who are busy campaigning for Floyd, how disingenuous they are. Let's look at our sister here, Madam Ntsiki Mazwai. Let's look at her, because she's so inconsistent and she was calling me bitter because I'm an EFF member and I was speaking the honorable, honest truth. She was calling me bitter. Okay, it's fine. Guys, I want to read a tweet from Madam Ntsiki Mazwai and I want you guys to make your own conclusions and your own judgment, because you need to see this. There is a Twitter, Ntsiki Mazwai Media. This is a tweet. It was released 20 May 2024. Not long ago. Not long ago. In less than a month ago. This is what she said. We are going to have to decide if Kwesi's trial is more important than black liberation. We need MK right now. We need MK right now. She was saying that a month back. And to those who don't know this Kwesi trial, I don't want to be one of the people who speak about this, because I don't want this video to be flagged by YouTube. I want this video to go and reach the people that needs to be reached. So if I speak about the Kwesi trial, it will taint the message. But a brief summary. The Kwesi trial and the Kwesi saga between President Jacob Zuma and Kwesi is all about alleged assault. When it comes to this, alleged assault. The young girl Kwesi was alleging the Madala assault. If you get it, let's not go deeper into that. And in her own comment, the same day, someone responded to that brutal comment coming from a fellow woman who advocates for women's rights, trying to tell the whole world that an alleged assault towards a woman, is it more important than black liberation? I'm not the one to make that conclusion, because I'm not a woman, so I don't know how it feels to be a victim of alleged this. So she said that as a woman, we are going to have to decide if Kwesi's trial is more important than black liberation. We need MK right now. Okay, you are in for a treat. There's more coming, relax. So there's someone who replied down below in her comment. Listen to this profound reply. There's the reply. This is powerful. It always breaks my heart to see men invalidating assault, but my heart shatters when I see another woman invalidating in another woman doing that to another woman. And this person is like, it breaks their heart to see another woman treat another woman like that. Even at war or famine. Okay, even at war or famine, assault is unjustified. A fight against assault is a priority above all. So I said I'm not going to be the one to make that judgment. It seems like this person made the judgment because I'm not a woman. So I don't know if this is a woman or what. But okay, it's fine. So she moves on. 23 June. 23 June. What date it is today? Today is 23 June, right? Am I wrong? Is today not 23 June? It's 23 June. Let me read her comment. This is her. Hey, this is her. We overlooked Kwezi for Zuma. I'm quite sure we can overlook Boshiri for Floyd. Talk about principles. You talk about inconsistencies. How can, as a country, we overlook Floyd Shivambu's justification for Boshiri? Let's say he becomes a leader of the country. So we are going to overlook the fact that he lied using President Jacob Zuma's name to validate why he visited Boshiri. We must overlook that lie. We must overlook the fact that Floyd Shivambu also lied and told us that there is no case in Malawi to validate that this man is actually a wanted man, is actually a fugitive from South Africa. So they are letting him go there. But take a look at this. Is this not validating enough to show that this man actually, there must be something? Okay, it's fine. We must also overlook the fact that Floyd chose clout over the dignity of South Africa. South Africa has their own judgment of the fugitive, Mr. Boshiri. And he decided to go against our country and chose his own things for clout. We must overlook that, according to our sister. The same way she said we must overlook Kwezi for Zuma. Okay, it's fine. I'm just saying, guys, these are the people, you guys who are supporting Floyd. People who say these things. People who act like this. People who are going to overlook shenanigans just to push someone forward. If it was Julius Silo Malema, was she going to tweet like this if Julius Silo Malema has done something like the magnitude of Kwezi? Was she going to say, let's overlook Julius Malema doing this to Kwezi? We need to move on because we need EFF now. If it was Julius Malema who went to Boshiri, was she going to tweet and say, let's overlook Julius Malema and Boshiri? We all know that's not what was going to happen because we all know. So guys, the last comment before I move on from our sister here, because after all, she's being exposed so much. She's very exposed. Let me read a comment today on the 23rd of June. This is a comment. Remember the other comment she was saying, we need MK party now. Let's overlook Kwezi for Zuma. We need MK party now. This is what she's saying today. 33 days later, she's saying this. Zuma was in the wrong, but you will never discipline him for sabotaging the whole movement. Who disciplines him? How did he sabotage the movement? By allowing Floyd to leave. So these are the people who want President Jacob Zuma to be disciplined, but they joined that political party They were loving that political party, knowing very well that President Jacob Zuma, it's all about him and that party. It's not like they didn't join without knowing. And guys, if they joined without knowing, what does that say about their own personal judgment of character? If they claim we joined the MK party, we didn't know President Jacob Zuma is self-centered, we didn't know the constitution of the MK party is designed to give President Jacob Zuma all the power, what does that say about them joining things they don't understand? What does that say about their own personal judgment of things, their own discernment on people's personalities and behaviors? Doesn't that expose them more than it exposed President Jacob Zuma? If they're going to claim they didn't know President Jacob Zuma is all self-centered. So, okay, it's clear her focus has shifted from the MK party. Now it's Floyd. She's investing in Floyd. But don't buy it, guys. These people, are they honorable according to you? Are these the people you can trust to say something today and stick by it after 1 month? So the numbers, you guys saw them. The people who are campaigning for Floyd, they continuously become exposed. They continuously show you their true colors, who they are, through their own tweets. Their own tweets. They sabotage themselves. You speak about pick a position in life and defend something. Stand by something. Even though people can crucify you and say you are biased, at least stand for something. At least be biased on something you can sit down and defend any day, any time you believe in that. At least pick a position. You want to be all over the place. Today you are with this one. Tomorrow you are with that one. What does that say about you and your loyalty card? Are you loyal? Where do your loyalties lie? But guys, I want you guys to listen to one of these political analysts before we close off, because it was destroying Karl Marx of Mahonis. Listen to this.
Fraud is Shivambu, as he's normally called in some circles, is a total failure as a politician. I wrote about this the very first week when he ditched his home in the EFF for the wilderness in the Umkhonto weSizwe Party, something that really is held together by a mixtape, you know. And we all know it doesn't have a future. We all know that it's dependent on the health of the leader, the one who achieves nothing and says he's going to tell us all the secrets, and he never does. So it was quite clear from the beginning that this was the beginning and of the end of Shivambu's political career. And it came faster than I had predicted. And this idea of starting a new political party, he should speak to the guy who started Rise and Mzansi. He had the funding, he had the think tank behind him, he had all the resources you can think of. Campaigned in the whole country for 2 years, I think, and ended up with how many seats in parliament? We all know the numbers, right? So the political landscape is like it's a stampede. There's no point on anyone starting a new political party. And also, he lacks something that other politicians have, something that is taken for granted. It's called charisma. Shivambu doesn't have that. And then he lacks the oratory, you know. The optics are not right. He stood up there alone and for about 4 minutes, he was just counting the regions and districts he's going to be visiting in South Africa. So clearly, no one advised him what you do when you're on live television in terms of the key messaging. What we found there was a Zuma script. I remain a member of the MKP, but I'm starting a new political party. I mean, it's a waste of time for all South Africans. And I think we should just really focus on things that, we know, the bread and butter issues that face South Africans every day, the cost of living crisis, we know, the issues of unemployment. Shivambu and others can really take a back seat.